if your question
impossible
shouldn't be
to
what's
be
wrong
even
with
out of your
Singapore.
parents'
I
house
think
like
your
that.
question should be what's wrong with Singaporeans.
I'd like to share with you some observations of women drivers, fairly or unfairly. People say, and usually they are male drivers, that women drivers can't park. They drive on the rightmost side of the lane, of the road, of the expressways at only 60 kilometers per hour. They can't tell left from right. This is really unfair, sexist. They put on their makeup while driving. They drive too slowly. They are unobservant and callous, and they have slow reaction times. Is this fair comment?
No.
Would you like us to go out and go head to head? Tell you the
By all means,
better?
by all means, you already outnumber the guys here.
You're not a good driver because you're a man or a woman. You're a good driver because you're in control of the vehicle and you read the roads. That's it.
Aren't insurance premiums calibrated by risk? And so
Yeah.
the highest risk group tends to be the young adolescent or 20-something male. And so I would expect those figures to give perhaps an accurate.
Exactly. No, I would say
A
the
fair
same.
observation,
In-
Faisal, in
Do
your
we have
instruction.
the figure? I can't really. I don't think so. Gender.
You
plays,
don't agree?
I don't think so.
But in your training, do you find the women better drivers or?
Oh, not really. I
do
do have learners, female learners who are actually good drivers.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you in fact say that they are worse or better drivers?
No,
or
I don't think so. It's a fair judgment to them. It's,
Yeah.
It's the person.
Very-
yeah, it's
Defend yourself.
regardless
My
of
friends
gender.
would
isn't
say
it?
that I drive like a man. I don't know, is it a compliment or yeah.
But the fact that your friends say you drive like a man equals you
Yeah.
drive better already registers that prejudice.
I don't know, but she's a lady herself.
And you feel complimented.
Actually, I don't know. I don't. Okay, I feel a bit complimented.
Yes.
But I feel like women are more careful drivers. Oops, did I? Yeah.
Okay.
Because yeah, I won't say if female or male are better or worse drivers. Yeah, but yeah.
You have a talent for it and it's not because you're a woman.
Yeah.
You are.
No, I was just picking up on what Kirsten said. In the UK, it's been insurance companies have been offering lower premiums to women drivers. I mean, even controlled for age than they would for a man of the same age. In fact, it was so pronounced that law has said that they can't do that because it's unfair. Because it's a gender thing. And they've tried to put it forward as gender discrimination. But if you look at the number of accidents, I mean, nearly every guy that I know in the UK has had an accident in his car. Whether it be because they were driving too fast or not paying attention. In fact, I think quite often it's
And no
a
women?
combination of those two, and fewer of the women. In fact, I can think of one of my female friends in the UK who's had an accident in her car, and it wasn't her fault. Somebody sideswiped her.
Do you have more male friend drivers?
She probably does,
I actually
yes.
do, yes. But I don't think it's that. I think proportionately,
Okay.
it can't be a coincidence that insurance companies
Let's look at
do
the
that.
statistics, okay? This is by the insurance company Aviva. First, they say that 1 in 5 cars meet with accidents every year. 45%. So, can we blame women? They say that 45% of accidents occur during rush hour, regardless of whether it's by men or women. During the rush hour between 7 and 10 in the morning and 5 and 8 on weekdays. The average accident occurrence per day on the weekend is 14%, while it's 15% for the weekday. Now, here's the nub. An equal amount of accident claims are made by males as by females. So there's actually no justification
Surely
to
that
blame the
answers your
women.
question.
And also, some motor insurance companies, as Eleanor has said, offer lower premiums to female drivers rather than to male drivers. But then there was objection because there was discrimination. Now about Malaysian women drivers. Malaysian women drivers have been found to be angrier than men behind the wheels. However, despite their higher levels of anger, women drivers suffer fewer crashes and road fatalities. So there you are. Whatever you say about women drivers, think again.
I mean, surely that makes our point about how it's not really. I mean, road rage is not directly correlated to how good a driver you are. I mean, like I say, I'll if someone does something to me on the road, which I think I'll get angry, but I would never drive more dangerously because of it. I don't think the two are related.
But I think That no.
No, I
You
think
would drive
that's
more
no, I
dangerously
think
when
that's
you're
possibly
emotionally.
a gender thing. A woman will vent, she'll scream and shout in her own car, but she won't get out and confront somebody outside the car. A man instead will both drive up, swerve his car in front of you, and get out the car and confront
Okay,
you.
so they express them.
So
their
they
anger
express them
differently.
differently.
Because if someone if you
Yeah.
or I
Yeah.
got out and
Yes.
tried to confront us, a taxi driver or some other driver, I mean, we're not going to stand a chance in a fight, right?
A curious thing here, I mean, I get into my car and I can guarantee within 30 sort of seconds I've screamed and shouted at some other driver. When I get into the car in the UK or in Europe, nobody hears me shout anything. What does it tell you? It's a completely different world on the roads. It's a pleasure. Instead, here it is a stress, compounded by bad behaviour over very simple things.
I think it's a choice to make if like we are angry and we don't road rage, as in we don't become a road rage. It's a choice that we make. I've encountered many drivers that have tried to just on my way here, like this truck just won't give way, like merging lane. So I was really angry, but I'm not going to like just try to push.
Yeah, you
my
wouldn't
way
put your
through.
life
Yeah.
at risk
Yes,
for that.
it's not worth it.
So it's a woman thing that their behavior also prompts them to drive or to behave more safely in dangerous situations.
I'm not sure if a woman or man.
See, maybe then it just
I-
comes down to the fact that
Yeah,
you're a
that-
better driver and you
Yeah.
appreciate that road conditions require certain behaviours at certain times.
That's why I
in
think
a
it's
way
not
that-
about gender.